OGZ Sports. Tune in for the offline tour. Like and subscribe some more. With Jackson, Brian and Ram, the Savage Meta. OGZ Sports. Tune in for the offline tour. Like and subscribe some more. With Jackson, Brian and Ram, the Savage Meta. OGZ Sports. Yeah, check out the station. Feel like a sports education. Yeah, the best news I come from GZ Sports. You should know from. Tune in for the off. Like and subscribe, don't pause. Sometime me I wonder to us. Meta OGZ Sports. Tune in for the offline tour. Like and subscribe some more. With Jackson, Brian and Ram, the Savage Meta. OGZ Sports.
Hey, haha. Happy New Year to all those out there. Thanks again, well, I can't say another because it's a new calendar, right? New year, same people, definitely not changing. So yeah, first show of 2023. Last year we ended on a high. This year hopefully we get in the same place. Yeah, first it's just me, Jackson. Vamos as per usual. Sav has if you're a diehard with the show, then you know how Sav is with his grandparents and his family during these times. So we're not gonna get him. We did speak a bit, but we're not gonna get him for the period of the show. But we can continue this way. First aspect of business, apart from the tragic passing of the great Andres Nascimento, that is on a different show. This is the first live show of the year. We will start on a less sad note. The title race in the Premier League. Is it a 2? Is it a 3? Is it a 4-horse race? Everyone thinks Man City gonna win it. I predicted Man City to win the Premier League. But Arsenal are looking like a good team, even when they play like absolute rubbish, absolute shit. They seem to keep pulling tricks out their hat, and it's all in the making of a good team. I mean, yesterday when they played Brighton, kudos to Brighton. They gave it a hell of a run in the second half. Mitoma, very good player, one to watch for the future. And Evan Ferguson, kudos to him for his first Premier League goal. Saka, they took the lead through Saka, Martinelli, Ødegaard, Nketiah. That's a front three that you could fear. Front four, front three, whatever. Nketiah is not the starting centre forward. When Jesus is fit, then it's even worse. Can you imagine if these people had gotten Dusan Vlahovic when they were going after him and Jesus? Then you definitely know that that's a front four you do not want to mess with. No disrespect to Martinelli, but Dusan Vlahovic is, come on. But yeah, is it just Arsenal and City in this race? And I don't believe so anymore. Newcastle were well and firmly in it. They drew yesterday with Leeds. Leeds just got under their skin a bit. It's not even a 3-horse race, because when you look at the standings, if you want to do it that way, Manchester United are in 4th place. Man United are on the same amount of games played as Manchester City, and they're 4 points behind. Now, if City are to slip again, as they did yesterday, if they are to slip again, then that could easily be the chance that United need to close the gap, put even more pressure on them. Now, I know Newcastle have already played 17 games, and if United win their game in hand on them, they're 3rd, definitely, instantly. And then you're starting to look and you're starting to say, this is a team that started the league season very freaking poorly. 4-0 loss to Brentford. They lost to Brighton early. Hammered by City. Didn't look good. Ten Hag made some changes. Now, are they in a race for top 4 or are they in a race for the title? I think it's a bit too early to say that. But I posted something. I put something up on Twitter. And I said that if United are to somehow get results out of their next 3 Premier League games, all positive results, meaning go unbeaten. So next 3, that's Bournemouth, then City, then Arsenal. if United are to say, for example, get 7 points out of those 3 games, then who the hell is to say they're not in a title race? They've just beaten or drawn with. They competed with the 2 best teams in the country at the moment. They have beaten the smaller teams. They've developed a playing style. They have the best holding midfielder in all of world football in Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes is playing some really good football, just not getting any any help when it comes to up front. Because I think they're just one striker and a right winger away from being title contenders. And I know that United have Anthony, but I'm not meaning to bench Anthony. I'm meaning that you need some backup for him. I mean, Sancho can more than well come back and be absolutely fantastic, but in the next 3 games, I'm not sure if we'll be able to see Jadon Sancho that soon. You look at Man City, and even I predicted City to win the league season, and they just don't look sharp. They don't look good enough. They don't look like they can beat anybody. They really don't look like they can beat anybody. I mean, yes, they have Erling Haaland who scored 20 goals, but they don't. The team itself doesn't look like they can beat anybody. They do not look that way. I mean, if you take out Haaland's goals, where are City? I mean, they did it last season. There were many pundits, many analysts, quote unquote, who said if you take away Ronaldo's goals, then Man United are mid-table. Well, if you take away City's goals, where the hell are City? If you take away Haaland's goals, where the hell are City? Because he scored 20 goals. The team itself has scored about between 45 and 50 goals. I think they've scored that much. Yeah. I'll have to double check. But if you take away those goals, like for example, let's use the Manchester derby. Take away Haaland's goal, that's a 3-3 draw, that's 2 points dropped. Game against Crystal Palace. Take away Haaland's goal, that's a 2-0 loss, that's 3 points lost. Game against Newcastle. Take away Haaland's goals, that's a 3-1 loss. That's two more points dropped. City are lucky to be where they are, right? Because if something is to happen to Erling Haaland, and I'm not saying they're a one-man team, but if something is to happen to Erling Haaland, then my God, no. They are nowhere to be found. And I know they have Julian Alvarez, and I know they have Ilkay Gundogan, Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva. But come on, I mean, the way they play, and this just, I wasn't planning this, but this goes straight into the next topic I was going to bring out. When Haaland joined City, I said City would win, but Haaland would struggle, because this style of play would hurt Haaland. It's actually Haaland who's hurting City at this point in time. Because, I mean, come on. The way City play, it's not centered around an actual centre forward, even when Sergio Aguero was there, right? They don't know how to play. The players that Pep has don't know how to play with an actual centre forward. I mean, you can see it's even on the world stage. I mean, we don't really want to use the World Cup, but you can look at the World Cup and look how they perform with centre forwards on the world stage. I mean, Bernardo Silva is rubbish. Phil Foden doesn't know how to find a 9. Kevin De Bruyne, well, he only crosses, but it's never to a centre forward. It's just when it's late in the game. Gundogan, he doesn't even have a centre forward for international, much less for club level. So the players don't know how to play with a centre forward. And when Haaland is scoring all these goals, right? He scored 20 goals, he's bailed them out, everything. No one else has ever looked likely of scoring a goal. And that's a problem. When Cristiano Ronaldo was at Manchester United last season and was scoring goals, scoring back-to-back hat-tricks, people said, well, if Ronaldo doesn't score, no one is going to score. And we saw that. Ronaldo missed a couple of games. He got beaten by Crystal Palace. He got beaten by Everton. You know, he got beaten by the shit teams, basically. And it's just a fear that that's where City will be with Erling Haaland. I mean, are they still in a title race? God damn, yes they are. They're not going to fall out of it now. I mean, Daddy Sheikh will give Pep another 500 million if he needs it. But the over-reliance is what is the word you're looking for. The over-reliance on Erling Haaland I know you bought. I mean, you didn't really spend a lot of money on him. It's not like you spent 100 million on your striker and he's had 52 shots and scored 5 goals. I'm not trying to be salty, but you know, he wasn't a big money signing. He wasn't a big money signing. So, you know, I think you should be able to share the goals. And I don't even think Haaland exists outside of the penalty area. I think if the game is on the line and the ball is rolled to the edge of the box and Haaland has it, I don't think Haaland's taking a shot. I think he's going to have to try and pass it off and hope for a tap-in again, because I don't think he exists outside of the box. No disrespect to him, I just don't see him as that good an out-and-out complete striker. He's not complete. Nowhere close to being. He's still in his poacher phase. And the moment he loses that phase and starts to do other things, then everyone's going to come down on him and say, oh, he's lost it, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, City are still in a tight race. And so are Newcastle. Do not sleep on them. I'm begging all around the world, do not sleep on Newcastle. They are a fantastic team. They're absolutely wonderful. I mean, this is a team that I saw it posted this morning that at the end of 2021, they had 37 points. Now at the end of 2022, they have 72 points. The turn has been so drastic. And it's not like they've gone out and spent like we all expected. They've not done that. I mean, yes, they did buy Isaac for around 70 million euros. But where is he? He's been injured. They bought Guimaraes, but he's not really a big money signing. He was about 40 million euros, and Trippier was about 20 million euros. So they haven't spent big money. And everyone else they've bought, Burn for 10, Target for 15, Pope for 10. They've been fantastic signings. I mean, these are the type of signings you make now, and then after you're past it, they make it the signings of a Jude Bellingham, of an Enzo Fernandez, of a Andre Santos, an Angelo. You know, those are the signings they make afterwards. But now, as we're in January, we're in the transfer window. They were heavily linked with James Maddison last summer, and that's not going away anytime soon. They still want a midfielder. Yuri Tielemans' name has been thrown around. We're going to talk more about that in the other transfer segments for the rest of the month to keep you guys up to date, and even today as well. So just stay tuned. United, as I said, they're a striker away, and Arsenal are just running away. I think if Arsenal get caught, they're going to crumble, just like they did the last time they were top at New Year's when it was Leicester's year. I just think they need the mentality. I don't know if the mentality monsters have kicked in, but I just think they need a bit. I think they're not there yet in terms of mentality. Chelsea. Oh my God. So Chelsea have signed. Well, not officially signed, but Benoit Badiashile from Monaco. £33 million. That's the full deal. I remember when Man United were after him, and the manager at the time said, we're going to need some Anthony Martial type money. And I was asking if he's having a fucking laugh. You know, Badiashile was good, but he was never even going to be a starting centre-half. He was going to be a backup. And even now, he'll still be a backup. That's what he's going to be at Chelsea anyway. But yeah, they spent 33 million on him. They've also signed Andre Santos. I think that deal was about 12 million or 14 million. They're looking to sign Enzo Fernandez. If Chelsea are to get all the signings right, say for example, get all players that they're linked with, then their spend from Todd Bowley took over would be over £500 million. Easily. I know people are asking about financial fair play, but you have to think, FFP is not off one transfer window or 1 year. It's based on the accumulation of years. Now Chelsea had a transfer ban for 2 whole years. So technically they can spend up to like 1 or 2 billion in transfer window before they even get a sniff of any FFP bullshit. Right, Chelsea have been in a spending spree